In our last video, we showed you how to set up a certificate authority with the OCSP service that basically checks to ensure that certificates issued by your CA, certificate authority, are still valid, etc. And that was a lengthy process. That one's there. So basically, if you're just trying to set up your VPN with SSTP or IKEv version 2, etc., and you've just come to this video, we suggest that you actually go to step 1, which is the previous video, and in the description we should have the link for the previous video. Okay, please watch that, follow that first, set up your CA, set up your OCSP, and then now it's quite simple. Okay, so with all the previous setup having been done, what we're trying to do is create a VPN. Okay, so it's a virtual private network, okay, where you're able to connect one PC or lots of PCs to your server, okay, in a corporate environment under a secure encrypted system. So you could be working from home, for example, connecting into your work's server, doing all the work that you need to do, and it's all done by an encrypted internet connection using this VPN service. Okay. Now, it's actually quite simple how to set it up once you've got your previous certificate thing sorted out. What we need to do is we'll have Server Manager here. That basically, if you want to get to it, you just click over there, Server Manager. But we also need to now create that VPN certificate. So I'll show you how. MMC, enter in there, and then we add. Okay, certificate templates, we need that one. Okay, certificates, we'll need that one. And make sure it's computer account, click next, and finish. And then it's certificate authority. We add that one in there, local computer, that's fine. Click finish, click OK. Now, we need to create that VPN certificate, let's just call it that, okay? And we go to certificate templates, double click on that, and it literally is this certificate with a little bit extra. So rather than modifying this template, let's make a copy of it first. So duplicate the template, and we'll give it a name. Let's where's that gone? General. Let's call it VPN cert. Okay, makes sense. You can give it a validity period. You can change that. That's fine. If you want to add it into Active Directory, you can click that box. But for what we're doing right now, it's all good. Okay, now compatibility. If you want the certificates to be readable, usable by older machines, you can have that, or you can have it all going for the latest version. Backwards compatibility gives you a greater number of machines that can connect. Simple as that. Okay, general done. Request handling. We want to allow private keys to be exported. We have our cryptography. That is fine. As you can see, it's got the CSP. It's basically all sorted. Key attestation, nothing to add in there. Issuance requirements. Okay. You could click over there, CA certificate manager needs to approve the certificate, etc. before it's issued, but we're trying to keep it as simple and as straightforward as possible. So server, nothing to add there. Subject name, this is actually, because we want to create certain certificates with their own special names, we're actually gonna change the setting rather than Active Directory generating all the data for us automatically, which may be what we want, maybe not what we want. We're actually gonna supply the data ourselves. So supply in the request. Okay, let's just see. Then suspended templates, I think to add over there. Extensions, this is the most important. We're gonna add in here server authentication, which is very important. Server authentication. Okay. We're also going to add client authentication. So we've added those two, and we could make the extensions critical. We'll click OK. We'll click OK on that. And now we have a VPN cert template created our way. Now we need to just go into, hold on, let's just make sure we've got everything running the way we want it. Okay, in our certificate templates, in the certificate authority bit, okay, as you can see, it's not here, so we need to bring it in. Let's click New, certificate template to issue, find our VPN cert, click OK. So now that's part of our certificates that we can issue. We can minimize that for now. And in personal, okay, if we go here, you'll see that from our previous video, a few things have been created. Root certificate was also created somewhere down here, yeah, over there. This one is actually an extra one that we don't really need. We'll just get rid of that. Okay, and now back to personal. Let's create our certificate, which is, sorry, there we go. All tasks, request new certificate, click next, and you'll see that we can now issue that one. But because we tick that box where we need to add our own little bits of information, you're getting this thing. And we need to click on that, which gives us the chance to enter it. Now, we go to common name, and this part is basically this server, or whichever server is your VPN server. You can have the IP address of it, you can have the fully qualified domain name, it's entirely up to you. I'm going to add in both, okay? In this case, 192.168.0.50. Yours would obviously be different. Click Add. And we're also going to add in VPN server.windows10.ninja. Click Add. Click OK. And now you'll see it's ready to be enrolled. And now this has been enrolled. Nice and happy. We can finish that. We can minimize these windows or close these windows. It's entirely up to you. And now we'll show you what we need to do on our, say, Windows 10 client, similar system for a Windows 7 or a Windows 8, 8.1, etc. client also. So we are now in our Windows 10 client, and just to show that, you'll see everything's different. Okay, you don't have the server manager, etc. All we need to do is go to Settings, go to Network. You could do it this way as well, but we won't. And this is the easier way. Most people will find it. Click on VPN. Give it a minute to start up. There we go. Add a VPN connection. Windows built in. Give it a name. It could be anything. Okay, VPN. Let's call it work. Okay, VPN work. It could be anything. Server name or IP address. We could use both. Okay, but if we're outside the workplace environment, we're at home, we would want to enter the fully qualified domain name, which is a publicly accessible name. So we're gonna add in VPN server.windows10.ninja. Okay. And secure socket tunneling protocol, which makes sure the entire thing is encrypted. If you just left it at point-to-point or automatic, it will have basically your login as encrypted, but then all the data is not. Okay, so choosing the other ones ensures that the data is also encrypted. Then username and password, all good. Username, this I actually need to talk to you about because the username that is set up in our Active Directory server needs a little tick for one setting to allow it to actually allow connections in. But we'll just, for now, put that there. Add in the password. Okay. Okay. Click Save. It will not connect because, one, we have not imported our certificate. Sorry, my mistake. Let's just open up HTTP. Our web browser, I mean. And HTTP // and VPN server dot windows 10 dot ninja /cert srv. Click enter. It will ask for a login ID, hopefully in a minute. Unless it's gone in the back. Yes, it did. There we go. Alright, we shall give our VPN user and the password for that. Okay, click okie dokie, and you'll come up with this window. This window basically allows you to import the CA certificate. If we had set up other things, you could create certificates, etc. via this system. But all we need to do is bring in the CA, click install the CA certificate. It downloads it. It doesn't really install it. You have to do a couple of clicks to get the install part sorted out. Click open. Click install certificate. Local machine. Click next. Click yes. And place it in our trusted root authorities. Then click next. Click finish. Import successful. Click close that down. We can minimize this. Once we have created our VPN system over here, we've brought in our CA certificate. What we need to now do is basically a couple of more steps on our other servers that, well, we could have done those first, but I'm just going to show you what still needs to be done. Okay. Back on our VPN server, okay, we need to install next the remote access role, which is very important, and this should have been done first, but that's fine. Okay, click next. We're using the direct access VPN, and we're also clicking routing. You could click the last one as well, but for now that's fine. Click install. Okay, once it has installed, we do need to set it up. Okay, so open the Getting Started wizard. It may be hiding. Let's just see. No, there it is. We're deploying VPN. And as you will see, even though there was a little arrow next to it, it hasn't been configured. And that's why without this configuration and installing this role, you will never be able to connect up to the VPN server. Okay, and this role was added on the VPN server itself. So configure and enable. Click next. Custom configuration. If you click the first one, you need to have 2 NIC cards set up. we've got 2 NIC cards, but we haven't set the other one up on this. This is just for demo purposes. Okay, custom configuration, next. Now, you could just stick with VPN access. If you're feeling generous, you go the whole way down. Okay, click next, click finish. That NAT ability gives you the chance to use IP addresses that are already being used elsewhere, because NAT will do an internal configuration. You should get a little pop-up in a minute. That will basically ask you to start all these services. There we go, start service. And because we have had quite a few of them, it can take a little bit longer than normal. Basically, let's now set up our IPv4. We're actually, if you have a DHCP server set up to issue automatic addresses, then you leave the first box set. If that is not the case, you need to create a few IP addresses to give out to those Windows 10 clients, etc. Client computers. Okay, so add, and we'll just choose 192.168.0.101, and we'll give 50 of them, so 192.168.0.150. We've got 50, and now we click over here. If you'll see, it's got Windows Authentication, Windows Accounting. If you want to set up a passphrase for LTTP, L2TP, etc., that's fine. We need to select our certificate that we're going to use to connect. Okay, one's the root certificate, it'll work. This one should work as well because it's the one we created right now. Let's click apply. It will now restart the service, and you'll see no errors happen. If you wanted to add IPv6 access as well, it's a fairly similar thing. You create a prefix and then the routing and all that. But for now, we've just given IPv4 access, which is the most popular one that's being used right now. And we'll click OK, just bring that down. I did mention on our Active Directory server, for the user that we are giving permission to connect up into the VPN server, we need to tick a box. I'll just quickly move over to our Active Directory server and show you that little setting in the users set. Okay, so now we're on our Active Directory server. We've opened up Server Manager. Let's go to Tools, Active Directory, Users and Computers. These are all basic servers that we've set up for the purpose of the video. Okay. In our users, we had created, you could have created a separate organizational unit for a department, etc., and then put the user within that, and all nice and neat. But for simplicity, we've just added the user in the main users block, and the property that we need, okay, we call him VPN user, that's his login ID as well. We need to tick this dial in, allow access. That's the only thing you really need to do after you've created a user. If you don't know how to create a user, we'll just show you very, very quickly. It's new user, give a name, okay, for example, Bob, and then give a login username, click next, give a password, okay, then the user must change at next logon, or password never expires, Okay, if you ever need to stop a user accessing services, you just click on a user and click account is disabled from the properties, which that was only those 2 steps, and then you come over here and then disable account. Okay. Now, back to our Windows 10 client. Okay, and we're back in our settings, VPN, the VPN that we set up earlier, and all we really need to do is just connect up. As you can see, the normal network that we had before has no internet access, and everything goes through our VPN settings. VPN connection, I mean. Alright, this is a little test to make sure everything is working fine. We'll just click over here and go to Google, for example, www.google.co.uk or com, whatever. That's fine. And there we go. As you can see, we've got internet access. Everything is passing through our encrypted system, and this entire traffic is encrypted. If you need to use any services, etc. on your work servers, you can access them via the way they're set up, etc. Okay, so that's our VPN. Okay, we just thought we'd show you how to modify the settings and also use IKEv version 2. Okay, so the first thing is, you know how we got there. Right click on your networking icon at the bottom, open network and sharing, click on your Ethernet. Okay, we have not connected, so you will not have 2, you just have your original system. And, oops, sorry, my mistake. Change adapter settings. This is your VPN adapter that we have set up. It's like a virtual adapter. Change settings on this connection. Go to security. The basic, when we set it up, it's like this: secure SSTP, tunneling protocol, and it has no encryption. If the server doesn't have encryption, hey, we'll connect anyways. We suggest you click max strength. Okay, click OK, and then click on VPN, click connect. Give it a few seconds, and it's connected. If you need to use IKEv version 2, you just click the same thing, security, but instead of SSTP, change it to IKEv2, click OK, click connect, and there we go. That's all done. So, I hope this video has helped. It's shown you how to set up the VPN certificate, how to set up the remote access service, how to then configure all the settings, and it's also shown you how to ensure that you get maximum encryption, and has shown you to use either SSTP or IKEv2. Hopefully this video has helped. Have a great day, and thank you for watching.